You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Sonny Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned. OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?
Good people. You're now tuned in. OG Sonny Blanco, I got a story to tell you, heard? But yo, this story right here, we go title this. What we go title this? We go title this, hey, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me right back in and all of that, right? So yo, this story right here, this story takes place on my last skid bid, right? Matter of fact, my last bid period. This like 15 years ago maybe, right? My last skid bid. Now, not even that long. This might be like 11 years ago, somewhere around here, right? 11, 12 years ago. So bam, my little skid, matter of fact, 12, 13 years ago exactly. All right, so bam, I'm on my little skid bid. They got me processing in Goldsboro, North Carolina. This like my first bid in North Carolina, and this like my last bid period, right? But anyway, they got me in Goldsboro, North Carolina processing. It's this loudmouth dude from Rocky Mountain named Black. Tall, skinny, dark-skinned nigga, they call him Black. You know, all dark-skinned niggas, they call him Black, right? So anyway, Black, loudmouth, like for no reason. Like, you know what I mean? Just a loudmouth, rah-rah nigga, but you could tell he ain't cut from that cloth. But anyway, I gotta back up and tell you how I caught the skid bit, right? So bang, you remember Scar, the hitter. Scar from the story with me and the homie P from when your homie thinks everybody's soft, right? Scar. So bang. I told you Scar ended up being a slime ball, but this is like right before the slime ball incident, right? This time right here. So anyway, Scar hits me out the blue one day. He then came up, right? Came up lovely from Poppy, right? Like the nigga did his homework, like he's sitting on Poppy for a while, so he got everything mapped out and all of that, right? And he ran up in the spot at the right time. You know what I mean? I guess like he watched him set it up, get bagged up and everything, get ready for the shift that's about to pop the next morning, right? You know, that dog food line, that shit start early, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, niggas is ready, right? So anyway, he's studying and he doing his homework and all that, so he run down on Poppy. And when he run down on Poppy, he must have ran down on like the work for the first day shift or however they running their shifts and all that, because son came up like 200 sleeves. You dig? Those who don't know a sleeve, right? Like it's 20 bundles in a sleeve. It's 10 bags per bundle. Son had 200 bundles. That's good money. I don't give a fuck where you at. That's good money. You heard? Especially a little startup kit. That's extraordinary. You heard? In New York, that's $10 a bag. But down south, I'm telling him like, yo, son, we about to eat. That's $20 a bag down here. Plus, I already got the Coke to go with it, the speedball, right? So they pay 20 for the Coke, for the dog food, then they pay 10 for the speed bag. That's $30 every lick, right? Fine. So anyway, I'm telling son, yeah, it's gonna be lit, son. I don't give a fuck. 200 sleeves. If the work is mediocre, we still gonna make that pop. So he jumps on a Greyhound, he down, right? I go pick my son up, right? Take him to the lab and all that, to the gates and all that. I know my son dumb tired, like he been doing his homework on Poppy. He ran down on him, did the lick. The nigga been on the bus all night, like I know my son dumb tired. He falling asleep on the way to the gates and all that, right? So I get him up in the lab, shoot him upstairs to the guest room. I'm like, yo, son, here, get you some rest. I know you dumb tired and all of that. But in the meantime, I'ma pop one of these joints open, take it to my OG Frog and see what it's hitting for, right? Now, Frog, that's my OG, like Frog my dude. Like me and Frog done been many places. Me and Frog done got it in, right? And none for none, Frog's he a dope head, he a fiend, right? But that's my nigga, right? That's my old head. And like the nigga, he one of them real true old dope fiends from back in the 70s and the 80s and all that. Like the nigga super fly. always on his 1-2. Plus his boosting game is old. And his lady, his chick, her boosting game is astronomical. She passed the Lizzie bag. Like, what, I don't know how she was doing what she do. Up, top, down, south, midwest, wherever. She was nice with the game, right? So, bang, frog, that's my old head. So I shoot the frog. We got to see what it's hitting for. I open up a little bundle. I give the whole bundle to frog. Frog take the bag out. He go get his little proppers, his fix and all that, set it up and all of that, the spoon and all that good shit, right? Get his wifey, she tie him off, he hit, bang, son. She go in, you know what I mean, tie herself off, she go hit, bang. About 40 minutes, an hour later, this nigga Frog, like, I don't know where the fuck you got that shit from, but that shit is superb. That nigga said that shit is superb. Like, the shit reminded him of some old Frank Lucas, Frank Mathis, The Council, Nicky Bonds, Guy Fisher, and all them niggas. That's that type of dope he's saying it's hitting for, right? The nigga said the shit could take something right now, still, and it's already bagged up and all. I'm like, oh, all right, that's all I need to hit. So, bang, I got Frog. That's my old head. I got my young boy. We ain't gonna call my young boy name. We gonna call my young boy just my G, cause he done switched his life around, nigga, doing the right thing. Some be watching my stories. He like, yo, last time I talked to him, he like, I know one of our joints is coming up. Just don't put my name in the joint. Right? So out of all respect, we go call my young boy my G and all that. So I get my G, I got him down the hill. Now we in Charlotte on this part right here. We on Beatty Ford and LaSalle. All right, so it's Beatty Ford run this way, LaSalle run this way. It's two sides of LaSalle. On one side, it's the West Charlotte. Yeah, I mean, that's a little high school and all of that. It's that side. Then down the hill, it's going towards the interstate, little corner store and all of that, right? That's the other side of LaSalle, right? So I got my young boy down the hill because at that corner store, he used to jump right there, right? It used to jump for real. The spot used to be further down Beatty Ford, over by Dundee and all that, but they moved it and switched it down there, and the young boy down there rocking. I gave him a couple testers. As soon as some testers ran out, like everybody at him, like keep running through joints, right? All right, so bang, I got Frog in the same neighborhood. It's like a little gallery right there, right? I got Frog at the gallery, right? Now, Frog is on the way to the gallery. He run into this nigga named D, right? I know D somewhat, right? At the time, I had like a champagne gold Suburban, and D had the same year, same model, but his was white, right? So we used to talk about that. Then, you know, he double and dabble here and there. Not really a getting money dude, but he double and dabble, you know what I mean? So, bang. Frog runs into D, and Frog putting D on the, you know what I mean, what it's hitting for, like, yo, I got this, I got that. So D like, a word, let me get some of that. So Frog hit him in the head for a bundle real quick, taxed the shit out of him too. Frog taxed him for the bundle. He shoots to the car wash, knocks it off. Frog tells him he gonna be at the gallery. He's shooting back to the gallery. Frog hits him again. He shoots right back, knocks it off. Like he knocking him off 20 minutes or less. Like the nigga not laying it down. So Frog like, yo, son, hold on. Like after about 5 trips, Frog like, yo, I'm running out of my shit. Like, hold on. So he calls me. He like, yo, you know D, right? D with the white Suburban. Like, yeah, be at the car wash, just stand at there. He like, yeah. He like, yo, I gave son some of that. And he running through that, but he running through it so much, like he killing my shit for over here. Like, I might need to send him to you. You mind if he come holler at you? I'm like, nah, send him through. I know the nigga. All right, so D comes through. I hit D off with the bundle, right? D runs back to the car wash, knocks it off. 20, 30 minutes later, he back at me. I hit him again. All right, so like on the third trip to me, he like, yo, listen, son, like you see, I can knock him down. I know Frog telling you I'm knocking these shits down, you know what I mean? And you seeing it for yourself, but you got to come off these numbers like you taxing me, let me eat. Real G shit. I was taxing him, especially after Frog told me what he was hitting him in the head for, right? I was taxing him. So I'm like, all right, G shit, I come down off it. Pause. Because, you know what I mean, you really doing your numbers and all that. So this shit goes on for like 3-4 days. We living, we eating right now. The young boy down the hill on the cell, Frog in the gallery in the neighborhood behind the car wash, D at the car wash doing his 1-2. I'm on the other side of the cell over at West Charlotte. I got like a little dick off spot right there, little chicken, all of that. You know what I mean? We be stashing out her shit, all that good shit, right? Now, 3 or 4 days later, that's where we at, right? All right, so bang, now, got the little stash spot on the cell down the street, right? All right, bang. So, You know me, I burn it down as often as I can. Scar don't smoke, right? But I burn it down. Scar drinking all that. But I done ran out of weed, right? So I call my son Primo from uptown, Harlem, nigga. Tafiq. Salam alaikum, Rockman to Allah, Tafiq. But anyway, son, he moving to Purple Haze. This when Purple Haze was jumping at the time. Yeah, Purple Haze is jumping. What's rocking the gear and all that. You get flies to ACGs, True Religions, LaGuardia Beach, you know what I mean? Shit like that. The little Louis belts and all that shit, right? So bam. Ed Hardy was popping back then and all that, right? So bam. Anyway, Primo, he got the smoke and all that. So Primo, I hit Primo like, yo, I need some smoke. Primo like, I bet I'm on the way. Where you at? I tell him where I'm at. I hang up the phone with Primo. Soon as I hang up the phone with Primo, the nigga D hit me. D, but he really trying to pinpoint where I'm at. D hits me like, yo, I need some more of that. Where you at? You around? I'm like, yeah, I'm around. He like, yo, where you at? You on the cell? I'm like, yeah, I'm on the cell. He like, yo, you down the hill by the interstate or you up the hill by the school? Like, he really trying to pinpoint me. I'm like, I'm up the hill by the school. He like, where you at? Which house you at? What street you on? I'm like, nah, don't worry about that, son. I'm gonna come see you in a minute. Plus, I don't want this nigga to know, you know what I mean? I'm gonna come see you in a minute. Don't worry about nothing. All right, so I hangs up the phone with him. Now we waiting on Primo. Primo pulls up with the smoke and all of that. P from uptown, Scar from Brooklyn, like we talking, we kicking the shit and all that. Niggas is reminiscing and all that good shit, right? Smoking, them niggas is drinking and all of that, right? Like an hour and a half go by and forgot about the nigga D, right? So the nigga D hits my jack again. I'm like, oh shit, son, I forgot about you. Like, I'm on the way right now. What you want? He like, I just want one of them. I'm like, I bet. So I hangs up the phone with him, goes in the jock strap, pulls one out. I got like 13 bundles in the jock strap, pulls a bundle out the jock strap, puts it in my pocket. We give our salutes and salutations. We piece it up. Primo hops back in his whip and he out. We hop in the Bourbon and we out. Now, summertime, I got the windows rolled down like halfway, right? Boom. Summertime in the Bourbon. So we jump on the street, we on LaSalle. Now, on LaSalle, it's like one entrance for the high school, West Charlotte, right? You could take this little street, that'll take you to West Charlotte, right? But then you drive up a little bit, it's like another little entrance for the shopping center right there. Like it's a big shopping center. Food Lion is right there. Some little clothing stores, 5 and 10 stores and all that shit. But at the end of it, they got like a little mini precinct sitting right there on the end of the Food Lion, like a little mini jail. So there ain't nothing to see the cop cars rolling in and out of that, right? Because they be over there. All right, so bam, we jumps in the whip, right? Kicking the shit. I'm driving. Now where I'm going, it's right in front of me, like literally from the house I'm at, I drive up 4 blocks. It's the street light right there. At the street light, you either make a left to go down Beatty Ford and right to go down Beatty Ford, or you could go up a little bit, make a slight left and go back down LaSalle, right? But right here in front of me is like another little plaza, little shopping plaza. It's shaped in an L shape. On this side, you got Tropical Goodies, little Jamaican restaurant. They used to have like a little tent store or something right here to tint your windows and your cars and all that, right? Then the shit started turning right here. I think it was like a little tax office right here. Then when it turned in the L shape, you got my African nigga Mike. Shouted out Mike down in the A and all that. My African nigga Mike used to have the little D-Zone cigar spot right there. Then on the side of Mike, it's a little convenience store. We call it Mom's Store. Everybody meet up at Mom's Store, right? So I tell son, I'm going to meet him at Mom's Store. All right, and that shit is right in front of me past the light. Drive up 4 blocks, light right there, Mom's Store right in front of me, right? So now we jump in the whip, we riding, right? Now while we driving, the shopping center, a cop comes out the shopping center and he gets in front of me. Really pay it no mind. The little precinct is right there, right? And we at the red light, so we stops at the light. It's a car in front of him, the cop car, and it's me. But almost like simultaneously while he coming out the shopping center entrance, it's another cop coming from the West Charlotte, the high school entrance, and they get right behind me. Now they got me in the middle, no freaky. They like got me sandwiched in. It's one in front, one in the back, and the shit happened like almost simultaneously. You know, one of the moments like where your asshole tighten up, no freaky, right? I'm like, oh shit. I hit Scar like, yo son, you see that right there? Scar looking in the rearview mirror. He like, oh, your word, what the fuck is this about? I'm like, I don't know, son. We both sitting there all tight, all crazy and shit, right? But the car in front of us, the cop car in front of us, He goes up to the light. You can make a right on red. He makes the right and goes down Beatty Ford. So I ease up a little bit. I'm not really thinking nothing about it, right? I'm like, oh, all right, ain't nothing. All right, bang. The light turns green. I drive up just a little bit. I can't even give you a distance of how far it is. Just drive straight up. I'm in the parking lot of Mom's store. I'm in the Suburban, one of them joints. You got to put it in gear like this, right? So I pull up in the Suburban, bang, pop it in gear. Told you we got the windows halfway down. It's summertime, right? Listen. Like, soon as I pull up, the cop car behind me, pulls up right on the side of me. He jumps out, runs down on the driver's side real quick. He got the hammer out and everything, sitting on the window roll halfway down. I'm looking at the hammer like, what the fuck, right? Shit happened like quick. You know how we say do it ASAP, as soon as possible, but the doctors, they say stat, that shit mean right now. Like, that shit happened right then, quick. He runs down on me. Snatches me out the whip and all that. The other cop, he runs down on Scar's side, snatch him out the whip and all that, right? They search Scar. Scar got like 13, 14 bundles in his jockstrap. They hit him real quick, search him, empty his pockets. They don't strip search him or nothing, so Scar good. Now, I told you I took the one out the jockstrap and put it in my pocket. Meet this nigga D. So he goes in my pocket. He pulls it out all crazy. He all happy and shit like, oh, what's this? Yeah, we got him. What's this? You know me, I'm an asshole when it comes to the cops and all that. He keep asking me what's this. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck it is. You tell me what it is, B. Like, if you don't know what that is right there, like, you don't need to be on the job, right? Like, you picked the wrong fucking career, right? He laughing and shit. He calls me an asshole and all that. Tell you how lax Charlotte is. They don't find nothing on Scar. Scar don't have no ID, no license, no nothing. Scar don't even know where the fuck he at. They throw Scar my keys, and he hops in the whip and takes off. They push me in the back of the whip. Now, Beatty Ford, when you riding down Beatty Ford, it turns into Trade Street. Trade Street takes you uptown, and the county jail is uptown, right? So we jumps on Beatty Ford. I already know they taking me uptown. We get about 3 blocks down. It's a light right here. That's Beatty Ford and Oakland. They make the left on Oakland and go down Oakland. I'm looking like, fuck these niggas. Making a left on Oakland for, right? Like what's really going on, right? You drive down Oakland a little bit, maybe a half a mile, right? It's a big ass PS. It's like a big ass elementary school, like right there, big joint. They pull into the elementary school and drive all the way around the back. Now, from Front Street, you can't see shit. So now, I'm like, oh, these niggas about to do me dirty. They about to mollywop me and all that, right? So I'm in the back seat like this. You know what I mean? Puffing myself up, like getting ready, amping myself up, like getting ready for this ass cutting they about to give me, right? So son opens the door, and he see me back there. He like, yo, what, you about to have an attack or some shit? What's wrong with you? I'm like, nah, I know y'all niggas about to duff me out like y'all about to do me greasy, right? He like, nah, we don't play like that, nah. He pulls me out the car, right? Unhandcuffs me. I smoke Marlboro menthols. He goes in my pocket, gives me a cigarette. Goes in my pocket again, grabs a lighter, lights the cigarette up for me, gives me my phone, right? He like, yo, listen, this is how I know D was the scumbag. He like, yo, listen, we just stopped D, you know what I mean, a couple hours ago over at the car wash. He only got knocked with 3 or 4 bags. The nigga got knocked with 4 bags. The way this nigga was acting and giving it up, you would have thought he got knocked with like the whole brick or something, right? 4 little bags, he got knocked. They telling me, yeah, we knocked him for 4 bags. We told him to call somebody to give us a couple bundles, and he called you, right? But we thought he was bullshitting. We made him call you back while he's sitting in the cop car because the shit took like an hour. That's when I knew they wasn't bullshitting, because I was shooting this shit with Primo for like an hour and a half, right? So they telling me, yeah, don't worry about nothing. Just, you know, scroll through your phone, find somebody, tell them to bring you about 6 or 7 bundles, something like that, and we'll let you go too. I'm like, yo, what? Like, yeah, man, fuck out of here. They're like, yeah, don't worry about nothing. We got the buy money and all that. He goes inside the visor. He pulls the visor down and comes out with a knot. A knot, at least 5 stacks. Like, yeah, we got him like, man, listen, man, take me uptown, right? So, bam, We get uptown, they take me uptown. Now uptown, they lax, like I told you, right? They pat you down a little bit, but they don't strip search you and none of that, right? This is why I'm glad son told me get the shit with the open slit and not the snap joint on the jock strap. He knew what he was talking about. Because when you walk through the metal detector, if you got the snap joint on, it's go ring off. Now they go strip search you and all of that, right? So I runs through the metal detectors, nothing goes off. They processing me. I got to go upstairs. You know how it be. You sitting downstairs for like 5-6 hours in the bullpen or whatever, using the phone and all type shit, waiting to get upstairs, right? As soon as I get upstairs, they must be on a lockdown or something when I get upstairs, right? But like 20 minutes later, lockdown is over, right? And everybody coming out, play basketball, use the phone, watch TV, microwave, all that shit, right? Lo and behold, I see my white boy Bobby. Anybody who know, there used to be a club uptown Charlotte called the Breakfast Club. The shit was lit, especially on Thursday, because on Thursday they got lingerie night. Johnson C. Smith, the little black college is right down the street. All the chicks come to lingerie night, so I'm there every Thursday. I done got fly with Bobby and all that. He let me get in for free. I could smoke and all that. You ain't supposed to be smoking in the joint. He let me smoke. I buy a drink. The bartenders throw me a drink. Shit like that. It's lovely. So I see Bobby, right? I'm like, Bobby, what you doing here? Bobby like, yo, I'm a weekend warrior. I'm like, weekend warrior? What the fuck? This nigga caught a case like 3 months prior. Some coke and all of that, but you know Bobby got a little bit of money. He got some prestige, the lawyers and all of that. Instead of catching a bid or probation or some shit, they gave this nigga some weekend warrior shit for like 6-7 months where he turned himself in on Friday and checked back out on Sunday. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here. So, bang, we looking at tattoos. I got a new tattoo since last I seen Bobby. We looking at tattoos and shit. I'm looking at Bobby shit. First time I've been up on Bobby like this, no freaky, because in the club it's all dark and smoky and shit. Bobby got track marks on his arm and shit, right? Hey, the rest on part two. Part two coming tomorrow or something like that, right? You already know, good people. Rock with me. 21 gun salute. Tap the subscribe. Hit the like button. Smash a little bell up in the corner, right? 050's the movement. You already know. Jamil Saladin, Mac Mean, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, Empress Janet, Lost in Yonkers, St. Last. Yo, St. Last, that last story had me dying. When you got locked up upstate, that shit had me crying, yo. Word. Yo, and the infamous words of my GL Compa, good people. Walk slow, talk low. Salute.
You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Sonny Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned. OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?